Hello, friends. How are you on this beautiful Tuesday? It's beautiful here in the middle of nowhere, West Virginia. It's a very nice day. How is it where you are? I'd love to know in the comments. It's Museday. I actually have new music to talk about. So we're going to talk about new albums. I think 2 new albums came out last week. I know one did. The other one, I'm not 100% sure if it's new. So here's the thing. I use YouTube Music for discovery. I tend to buy my music, but I use YouTube Music for finding new music. And I believe that the band Buck09 put out a new album last week. I'm not positive. Buck09 is a ska reggae punk band, I guess, from the 90s, from forever ago. They've been around forever. They had a song called My Town that was probably their number one song. I got a notice that they had a new album released in 2025 called Cut Out the Noise. I got that notice last week. I don't know if the album came out last week. It could have came out months ago, and YouTube just now decided to tell me. With the app, it seems kind of weird. But regardless, Buck09, new music. Love Buck09. They got a fun sound. I am not typically a huge fan of reggae because it's all so samey that it's kind of hard for me to get into. And I'm not... Similar to pop country, I'm not a fan of people who sing with an accent like to try to fit in somewhere. And a lot of reggae artists try to do that reggae sound, and it's like, listen, you're just a white guy from Minnesota. Why are you trying to sound like you have lived the lifestyle? I don't know. It grates at me. Buck09 does not do that. Like, they have that reggae flair without trying to sound like they're Jamaican or something. And I really like the combination of like almost that crust punk vocal style, like a kind of growly vocal style mixed with the reggae ska sound. Fantastic. Love the band. Listen to the whole album, and I very much enjoyed it. I don't think there's anything groundbreaking on this album. I don't think there was anything that wowed me, like, oh my god, I can't wait to hear this song again. But I listened to the album. It's all solid music, and I will definitely be listening to it more. It'll just stay in my playlists, and I'll hear it over and over again until I... Well, I don't know that I'll ever be sick of it. It'll just be forever. It's just part of my album list. So that's Buck09, Cut Out the Noise. New-ish album, 2025 at least. I know it came out this year. I just found out about it last week. So don't I don't know, don't get mad. I don't know. Maybe I'm telling you about music you've already known about. That's fine. That's fine too. The other one is, I gotta look this album up because it came out on Friday. I've listened to it a few times already. I don't know the name of the album. The name of the album is... No, why am I on Google Shopping? I don't want to be on Google Shopping. Anyway, I've talked about this artist. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this artist on a previous Museday. The artist is Slowjoy. Slowjoy put out quite a few songs over the last 6 months that I've fallen in love with. Maybe the last year actually. That I've fallen in love with. A few EPs, that sort of stuff. And they just put out an album on Friday called, so this is Slowjoy, Slowjoi. A joy so slow at times I don't think it's coming. And I love it. Their song Pulling Teeth is the song that I found last year. I think I found it through Instagram, and I absolutely love that song. It's kind of pop, punk, emo, punk. I don't know what it is. It's that 2000s kind of popish, punkish sound mixed with like an emo vibe. There, lots of sad songs, like up-tempo sad songs. Like if you listen to the lyrics, you're depressed, but the song is poppy and catchy and fun. Love it. Fantastic sound, a little shoegazy at times. Like it's just kind of, it's Slowjoy. I don't really know how to describe it. This album is fabulous. Again, same as Buck09. I think for me, listening to a lot of modern albums, usually there's not a song that jumps out at me. Usually takes a few listens before I find that song and I just get stuck and I can't stop thinking about it. Who's the most recent? Propagandhi would be the most recent example of that, of me finding a song that defines the album for me. And that's their most recent release, At Peace, and the song At Peace. I've listened to At Peace probably a few dozen times. I've listened to the album like 3 or 4 times. So nothing jumped out on this album for me, but the whole album is solid. It's just a solid album. And I got to catch these guys. They just did a tour, or they're currently on tour, and for whatever reason, the dates that they have, nothing is lined up for me. I would love to catch them out sometime because the album is phenomenal, and I like supporting artists like this, like just kind of people making music that they're passionate about, and not just to cash a check or to try to chase something. They're just, I feel like they're just making the music that they want to make, right? And that's the point of it. The potential windfall from that is the side effect. And both of these bands, both Slow Joy and Buck-O-Nine, I feel like they've always been that. If somebody, if there's people in music that want to make that want to make it big, like if that's their goal, they're not doing ska reggae, they're not doing emo punk. Like those are not avenues you chase for huge payouts, right? Those are avenues you chase because you're in love with that music and you want to make that music. So both of these bands are just that style of thing. Could you make a living at it? Absolutely. I hope both of them do. I know Buck-O-Nine, the people in Buck-O-Nine have 1,000. Buck-O-Nine is a side project, I'm pretty sure. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that. But like all of the members of Buck-O-Nine have other side projects. Like they're making music, they're making a living at this. Which is the ultimate goal for any musician, I think. And I hope that Slow Joy is also on that list because I think that it's a fantastic sound that is reminiscent. It reminds me of the late 90s, early 2000s, but without being nostalgic. It's not trying to be late 90s, early 2000s. It's trying to be something new and fresh with that old sound. And I think that's really special. I really enjoy that. So 2 albums you should probably check out. And if you find a song or 2 off those 2 albums that really sticks with you, you should tell me about it in the comments because I'll find my song and maybe we'll come back and we'll talk about these albums in more depth. I don't know. Any other new music that I missed that I should check out, you should let me know in the comments. And if you have something that you want to talk about for the rest of the week, ask a question, whatever, comments, call me, phone numbers at the end of the video, in the description, email me, do whatever. Reach out. I appreciate it when you do that. Thank you for watching the video. Please like it, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It makes me feel good. That's it. I like it. I like it when people subscribe. It's free. See you tomorrow. Today's 1,000 plus little things happy, successful people do differently. We have been learning, what are we learning here? 12 happy thoughts for troubled times. We are on number 4. Life rarely turns out exactly the way you want it to, but you still have an opportunity to make it great. You have to do what you can with what you have, exactly where you are. It won't always be easy, but it will be worth it in the end. Remember that there's no perfect life, just perfect moments. And at these moments, you must cherish. It's these moments that make the whole journey worthwhile. I agree completely. I am one of those people that I do not get worked up over things easily, and I tend to just be in the moment and say, yeah, everything's great. And I don't make plans because my life has been fairly chaotic for the last 20 years. I have kids that are in all kinds of events and do all kinds of things. And so when that happens, there's no point in making plans. I just try to go with it and see what happens. And it's a fantastic way to live.